Alright guys, welcome back to another Football Manager 2019 team guide. This time we're going to be covering Hibernian. Last time out we covered Hearts, now it is time for our Edinburgh rivals. So in real life, Hibernian started off the season pretty well. They were in second place after a few bad results, so they have dropped down the table to 6th. We're going to find out just how good Hibs should be doing this season. Is it really possible to put in a title challenge? And just what the club, what the finances and what the players look like. So let's go and first of all have a look at the club, some general information, some media predictions. We'll look at the club expectations, then we'll cover the squad and we'll round it up and we'll come to a conclusion on how Hibs are going to do this season. So Hibs currently playing in the Ladbrokes Premiership, founded in 1875. They have a professional status of professional. Reputation is currently 2.5 stars at national. The finances are okay, and they are in the Europa League this season after qualifying for it in the previous year. Capacity at Easter Road is 20,421. Grass is the surface, and the stadium condition is good. So you've got nickname the Hibbies. Captain is David Gray. Vice captain Paul Hanlon. Fierce rivals is Hearts, obviously. You've got the Edinburgh Derby, and the other rivals is Rangers, and it's a competitive rivalry. Well, I think that's interesting. If you looked at Hearts' other rivalries, Hearts had Rangers and Celtic. Hibs only have Rangers. I've heard a lot of people call Hibs the Celtic B team. Maybe instead of a rivalry, they've got more of a partnership. Who knows? Anyway, the owner status enjoying life at the club. Average ticket price is 22 quid. Average season ticket price is 380 quid. And that was 12,250,000 season ticket holders. The media prediction for Hibs in this season's Ladbrokes Premiership is 4th place. So they predict a place higher than Hearts. Do you agree with that or not? Remains to be seen. Also, being in Europe might affect Hibs. They might struggle with the amount of games, or they could get knocked out in the first round of Europa League, and they might not need to worry about it. It remains to be seen. Holy crap, I was not expecting that, man. Hibs with a transfer budget of 2.56 million. That is a lot of money. The wage budget is only just over $2,000 a week, but you could easily add some of the transfer budget to that. I did not expect Hibs to have that sort of money, over 2.5 million. That's crazy. Hearts only had 150 grand, so we'll have a look at the Hibs team in a minute, but there's definitely room to improve it here, so maybe that's, adding with the extra Europa League fixtures. Perhaps the Hibs are digging into their pockets, or maybe it's all those pound coins getting thrown at Neil Lennon. Maybe they've just got a lot of money to spend now in the transfer window. Who knows? But we will have a look at the squad now, and let's see if they need to use that 2.56 million. Okay, so we're going to start with the goalkeeper and work our way through the squad. First up, we've got Adam Bogdan. 4-star ability, 4-star potential. He is 30 years old now. I didn't actually think that. It's crazy. I always used to think Bogdan was younger than that. He's not going to improve as a player, but I think it's safe to say he will be your number one. He's valued at 6.25 million, currently on loan from Liverpool. So a very good player for Hibs to have. Whether they can pull that deal off on a permanent basis once the year finishes, I highly doubt it. Perhaps they could get him on another loan deal, who knows, but there's no way Hibs are going to fork out 6.25 million for Bogdan. Not going to happen. Backup goalkeeper Marciano. 3-star ability, 3-star potential. Very solid goalkeeping options there. As for the right back positions, they've got David Gray and Stephen Whittaker. Both getting up there in age. Whittaker now 34. David Gray turning 30. Both have 3-star ability, only having 3-star potential. You would not expect these players to improve at this stage of their career. Perhaps David Gray would be the number one. Stephen Whittaker getting up there in age, and he is probably just going to be, playing a squad role position at the moment. Centre back wise, they've got Darren McGregor, Effie Ambrose, Paul Hanlon, and Ryan Portes, who is currently a 2.5-star rated player, but it's got potential to be 5 stars. So that is crazy. You want to play him as much as possible, but at the same time, he's not as good as Hanlon, Ambrose, or McGregor. So you're going to have to, choose wisely here. But it's definitely always good to have a 5-star potential player. Hibs do seem to have decent centre-back options, but the fact they only have 4 of them might be an issue an injury or two, especially with Europa League games. If you go long in the cups, that could be a massive problem. So with that 2.5 million, perhaps you should focus on getting another body or two for the centre-back position. Out on the left, you've got Mikael Nelum and Lewis Stevenson. Nelum's got a potential to be 3.5 star. Stevenson will not grow beyond 2.5. That could be another position here. I'm not even aware who this guy is. Never heard of him. Dutch, 27-year-old, 2 caps, valued at 450k. Stats look pretty decent as well, so looks like he's definitely going to be your number one choice over Stevenson. We'll move on now. The defensive midfield position, they've got one, Marvin Bartley. He's 2.5 star, 2.5 star ability. He's valued at 53k. Doesn't look like he's going to improve, and I don't think he's going to be much of a player. Got Mark Milligan, 4-star ability, 4-star potential. Let's have a look at his stats, because I know he's won a lot of caps. He's got 71 caps for Australia, which is pretty crazy. 6 goals, 25 under 20 caps, and 7 under 20 goals. His stats look pretty decent indeed. He seems to be a great passer of the ball, positioning, teamwork, work rate, technique, all seems to be good. First touch is decent as well, long shots is good. Box-to-box midfielder, so he's going to be the main man in the middle of the field for Hibs. And he's valued at 1.3 million as well, so even if you did sell him, you could get a decent amount of money from him. Emerson Hibernian, who is on loan from Bournemouth, previously played for Rangers, valued at 8.75 million, 4-star current ability, 4.5 star potential. Looks like he's going to be a fantastic player. Again, a bit like Bogdan, there's no way you're going to hold on to this guy. I think the best bet is perhaps just keeping him for the season and then trying to get him on another loan deal. But, I mean, he's a good player to have, even if it is only for a year. And I'm pretty sure him and Milligan in the middle of the field could create a really good partnership. We've got Slivka, 3 stars, 4-star ability, 4-star potential, sorry. Stephen Mallon, another player that I rate highly, currently rated at 3 stars, but with 4-star ability, 22 years old. You can look at all his stats again. Most of the important stats, all over 12. And I think he's going to be another solid player. Who else have we got? Got out left, got Darryl Horgan, 4-star ability, or 3.5 star. I keep getting ability and potential mixed up, man. You would not think it's that difficult, but I'm making it seem difficult. Right, we've got Darryl Horgan, 3.5 star ability, 4-star potential. What is his stats like? I got first touch 12, dribbling 13, crossing 12, passing 12, technique 13, flair 15, acceleration 15, pace 14, vision 11, work rate 15. Seems to be a very solid player. Looks a bit like Damien Duff. Maybe he is long lost cousin or something. Who knows? Valued at 1.7 million. We've got Thomas. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that guy. 5-star ability though. He is on loan, but I mean 5-star potential. I fucking messed up again. On loan for Man City. Seems like a decent player. Got Martin Boyle, very pacey. He's had a hair transplant, by the way, in case you didn't know. If you see his picture in FIFA, he looks like an absolute retard, by the way, but doesn't look too bad there. 3.5 star potential, 3.5 star current ability, acceleration 16, pace 17, very pacey player. Perhaps you want this guy bombing down the right, causing the defence all sorts of problems with that pace. You got Jamie McLaren, who is currently on loan. In my opinion, a great striker, one of the best strikers in the SPFL, in my opinion. And you're looking at stats: off the ball 14, work rate 14, penalty taken 14, finishing 13, acceleration 14, agility 14, pace 16. So very pacey player, and I think he could work wonders up front for Hibs. Current rating 3.5 stars, potential ability 4 stars. He's valued at 1.1 million. In my opinion, if it was me taking over Hibs, I would try and sign him up at the end of the season. Or maybe not even at the end. I'd try and make a deal now to get him on a permanent deal. I think you could probably get him for less than that 1.1 million. And if you've got 2.5 million to spend, in my opinion, Jamie McLaren would be a great way to spend it, because I think he is a great striker. We've also got Ollie Shaw, who is 2.5 star currently rated, but 5-star potential again. And Florian Camberry, 4-star ability and 4-star potential, and he is your big, strong, physical, attacking player. You can see he's got 14 bravery, 15 finishing, 14 heading, teamwork 14 as well, jumping reach 14, balance 14. So again, a very solid target man. and he's definitely a useful player. In terms of staff, Hibs are doing actually not too bad. They've got 6 coaching staff, 5 recruitment team members, and 4 medical staff, and that is above average in everything apart from the physios here. They yet to have a physio, so that is one area where you definitely need to strengthen. But apart from that, man, they're doing pretty well. Got 2 scouts, 1 director of football, 1 chief scout, 1 chief data analyst. You've got your coaching staff and all that stuff, head of youth development. So doesn't look like you need to add many team members here to the staff department. Like I said, perhaps just the 1 physio or even a head physio, just to try and get an extra, body in the medical team. But that's it, guys. So how do you think Hibs are going to get on this season? Expectations for 4th in the league. You've also got Europa League. You're in the 2 cups. They do have a pretty good squad with some good loan players at the club. So how do you think Hibs are going to do? Is that a team that can perhaps challenge for the league, or do you think perhaps maybe just a couple of good cup runs, try and perhaps battle Rangers and Aberdeen for 2nd place? Do you think that's the best this Hibs team can do? Let me know down below, and if you're planning on doing a Hibs career mode, let me know how it goes. And until next time, peace.